G'day, mate, and welcome back to Factorio with me, Jaden. So, now that all of the iron smelting's gone, and now the bots are no longer on strike, there was some issue about them requiring power, which led to a base-wide strike. But that's now sorted. I'm gonna leave what we were building just for a moment, and I'm gonna spend an episode just trying to get a new train run. Because our current outpost train, obviously it's carrying a lot of Logibots, because that was a previous plan. That needs to change. We want belts, a lot of belts. And for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna... I don't know if that's gonna be long enough. I'm gonna build the train, like, right where iron was. Because right at the moment we have space. And I'm aiming for 5 carriages long. Space. Plenty of space. Okay, so first things first. We need request chests. A fuel. Rocket fuel, please. Or nuclear fuel, please. 2. We're going to request 2 in each of those. And link them up with some inserters. Guess you're probably going to want power. I'm going to be lazy and just substations for all of this. Don't need those top. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 1, lots of fuel. Step 2, okay. Step 2 is we need to work out what we're going to put in these things. So let's start with assemblers. Now this blueprint, which we just dumped down 2 copies of, has 50 inserters, 50 assemblers. So if we want to paste down 2 of those, which is not unreasonable, we'd need 100 assembly machines. It also means we'd need 4 times that in modules. So that's 50, 100, 200, 300, 400 productivity. It also had... So this is a fairly light build. It's only got 26 beacons. But we can pretty much guarantee that for every assembly machine, we could have up to 8 beacons. So I'm actually going to put in a whole... I'm just going to actually fill this out with beacons. Just fill it out completely. Now that's 100, 200, and 50, 60 beacons. Which means potentially we need 130 speed modules to fill out all those. So that's going to be wagon number 1. That's really easy to fill. So we want assembly machines, modules. Actually, no, let's not do this. Let's work out what's going in. Because we've really only got 2 wagons. Because this is going to be duplicated front and back. Now we're going to need belt. We're going to need a lot of belt. That'll probably do us. We're going to need some undergrounds. We're going to need red undergrounds as well, because I expect some belt weaving to go on. We need some splitters. How much does an 8x splitter use? 20. So probably 2 stacks. For every assembly machine, technically, we'd need 2 lots of inserters. 1 for input, 1 for output. That's a lot already. We're going to need power poles. That used 50 power poles. At least 2 lots of power poles. We still don't have furnaces yet. Furnaces are... Where's that blueprint? 13. So we're not using that many furnaces. Okay, so let's go with 2 lots of furnaces. Means more assemblers, more beacons, more modules. What else do we need to fit in? Oh, train track. Train track. Okay, so let's halve all these numbers. We're going to go with copy. Halve that number. Halve that number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so that's been halved. Same with this one. I'm going to halve this amount. Okay, so back to square one. So we're going to need more beacon, which probably means I've got too many speed modules. That's okay. We're going to need more beacons for if we're doing furnaces as well. We're going to need more prod mods. No, copy, paste. We already ascertained we'd need more inserters. We're going to need large power poles. Add another small power pole. Move that along one. Okay, so let's go with train track, because we're going to need some serious amounts of train track. Let's make U and U signals. What else do we need? Let's look at the old train. Chests. We're not going to really need chests. We will need roboports, that's for sure. Just for roboport coverage. So I guess roboports probably not a bad idea. Let's add it there with a Logibot. Actually, let's add it there. Ooh, Logibot back. Put smelter in there. Add a construction bot as well. I can't really think of anything else for the last 2 slots. Maybe some pipe. Because there's always a chance you're going to need pipe. Okay, so if I need pipe, in theory, I'd need pump jacks as well. We do miners? Shit, we didn't do miners. Okay, so everything else is going to have pretty much. Let's do... We've got 1 slot left. 1 slot left. Oh, longhand inserters. Just on the off chance. So we're going to copy that one to there. We're going to copy that one to there. We're going to leave this one empty for trash. So we'll just give you 4 inserters. 4 active providers. No robot port network. We'll fix that right now. So you need belts. Okay, so let's start with decking this one out completely and this one out completely. So you need belts, you need that color underground. Color underground. Don't have any red underground, so I'm gonna go look at that. Train track. Standard signal. Chain signal. We already did. Oh, so we haven't done we haven't done splitters yet. Let's do splitters. Stack inserters. Standard power pole. Oh, big power pole. Standard power pole. We've only got 2 slots left. Okay, so let's pull that one up. Pull that one up. Change that one to that one. So where we're up to? We've done power, power, power. So we need furnaces. 2 lots of pipe. We're going to make you 2 the 2 different types of pipe. That type and that type. So that still leaves us roboports and 2 lots of so that's one putting a lot in. We're going to make you roboports. We'll make you logibots. Make you construction bots. And we need to go investigate why we don't have red undergrounds. Probably because I'm not storing them. Just burning them straight up. No, I am, but they're in a buffer chest. Come on, stop moving me, belts. That was important. That one. So, we're only storing 50. So let's change that to 150. And let's rotate that so it keeps working. Okay. So, let's put our storage chest back. Alright, let's go deal with this. So we need to tick that one to request from buffer chest. In fact, most of these we'll have to tick request from buffer chest. We're actually going to use the buffer chest. We're going to request belt, heap of it. That one, that one. Won't work for the red one. What else? Pipe, pipe, robot, stack inserter, power, furnace, where's the furnace? And hell, let's even throw the roboport in there. That's getting delivery of all those things. So we need to tick that on for all of them. Oh, train track, that was pretty important. You are going to do train track, quite a bit of it. Because I want to be able to buffer right here and have the bots have the shortest travel distance, obviously. Now, the reason I've had some of these set back and some of these closer is I really want to make sure every single one of these only has one... Every box only has one item. I do not want to end up with a situation where an inserter gets stuck carrying the wrong type of belt and having nowhere to put it. So we'll use long-handed for some of the stuff we're not going to use a lot of. And we'll use fast inserters for everything else. Alright, so this one needs beacons. Both types of modules. That type and that type. We're just leaving the numbers at default for the moment. Assembly machines. Miners, long-handed, and pump jack. So, miners, long-handed, pump jacks can go over. So, same story. Lots of inserters. So we're going to change that to 50. They're expensive, so I do not want to have a lot of them sitting in a chest doing nothing. You take up a lot of space, but really you're fairly cheap. Mining drills, again, really, really cheap. We only need one of those and one of those, so we don't need too many of those. Alright, so we want to request in. Ideally, we'd love to request these in. I don't think there'll ever actually be any spare in the network, but we'll request them in anyway. We want to request in assembly machines. We do want some beacons, 100 of them. Mining drills, 150 of them. And you know what? We'll even do the inserters and the pump jack. Okay, same story. I want to tick on request from buffer chest for all of these guys. Okay. So now we've got that done. Cat on my keyboard. Oh. Oh. And I meant to be handcrafting another one of those. We're going to make a new blueprint. We're going to make all of that as one blueprint. Where'd that go? Don't need that. Don't need that. I've lost the whole blueprint. That one. Without the train track. Because the train track binds it to move forward or backward by a set amount. On a 2 square grid. You want to work on a 1 square grid. You don't understand what I mean? Oh, this lines up. But here you can see it now doesn't line up. Okay, if I remove the train track, it actually remove the train track. Nope, remove that train track. Oh, fine, give you an icon. I can now move that forward and backward 1 square at a time. Okay, so that's our new builder train, and we're going to call you Outpost. Outpost. Doesn't matter really what I call it, as long as I give it some sort of name. So that one's going pretty good. That one's full. That one's not full, but as you can see, it's raiding those buffer chests like you would not believe. That one's getting there. Okay, so let's take our brand new sparkling train. And we want to go to William... Oh, actually it's something else we're really going to need. A radar. Okay, so because the radars are one-off, just don't. I'm only going to load radars at one end. You really don't use. Right. So bots, I need another 200 batteries delivered to me. And now you can see why we've got such a Logi network. You know? There are 2,000 bots in the Logi network. They're not moving stuff most of the time. Unless one of these trains pulls up. At which point, yeah. 150... What am I missing? Steel. Is there not a belt of steel nice and close? What, really? That would be a belt of steel? Oh, do me. And trash that. Trash that. Come on, bots. Take it all away. Actually, oh, it's all gone. Alright, so let's jump in our train. Let's go to... So Outpost is your home base. And William... Langdon. Langdon. Okay. Now, one thing we do need to look at, now we've scrapped a whole heap of stuff, is our storage situation. So we have a heap of rocket fuel in storage. We have a heap of green science in storage, military science in storage, batteries in storage. How much this is end of the belt storage, I don't know. Batteries are... So we've got 2.1k, so that means there's 100 batteries in storage. It's probably the 100 I just dumped in. We do have 1.6k iron ore, which you have to clear up. 800 copper. Heap of inserters. Wow, that's some engines. So we do need to look at storage in a future episode. Because anything sitting in storage that never gets pulled out is absolutely wasted. Probably going to want some of those. Those. Some of those. That. You didn't get any speed module. That's alright. That battery in. Here, I'm starting to fire up. Okay, so we now have 2 belts of green circuits. And an autosave. Well, technically, we have, 2 lots of 3 belts. Let's just run the 3 out of it. We'll forget about 4th belt, because it doesn't actually produce a 4th belt. You could best see that in this build, you can see it's not 4 fully compressed belts. If we bring up max rate calculator, which is one of those lovely mods we've got installed, and select the whole lot, there's 85 in, 84 in, so that's, like I said, 2 full belts worth, and we get 117 out, minus what we're missing on the input. So we've got about 115 green chips out, which means 3 belts worth. Do need to... Oh. Find the R button. And we want your output priority to be right. Oops, copy. That should be enough tweaking. We don't really need that much. Tweaking to get it running at full speed. Okay. Now we need a red circuit built. Goodbye, trees. Hopefully let the base spots deal with that. At least some of that. Whilst I bring these belts up. Because the idea is we need modules. We need a lot of modules in a hurry. So we need to start making red circuits as close to on site as possible. And then after we've got those red circuits built, we then need to make blue circuits and then make modules. Because we're still at 2.6k down. Yep, base spots did a horrible job of cleaning. Okay, so let's take your standard assembly machine. No modules. I'm trashing beacons for some reason. Get them down. Let's get them down. And we're going to feed this by belts. So that could make things a little bit more awkward. Those... I really need speed modules. I need speed modules to see how these builds will work. Alright, so we know we need a copper machine. Let's just accept that we need a copper machine. And we need a red circuit. And actually, we do have this build. So you're getting crafting speed of 3 because you're only getting hit by 1 set of beacons. Where's an active? What the hell's a robot network? In the chest. The chest. Away. Throw the extra battery in there. Great, they're all being picked up. Great, I'm happy. So, oh, bye bots. So we need to get 2 plastic, 2 electronic circuits, and 4 copper cable in all these machines. This is gonna be tricky. Alright, so let's just assume we're outputting... Let's assume we're just going to bring copper in here. I'm going to output copper cable there. Phone's going nuts in the background. Glad it's violent for a change. Input copper cable. And we could use the same trick we used up here. Where we brought in the copper cable, but then we output the green circuit, the red circuits onto the same belt. Which means you need to input onto the close side. Or side load on. We go underground there to there. Still bring our copper. Okay. Now on this side, we're going to need to bring in plastic, plastic and green circuit. So plastic's here, green circuits are here, As you can see, they're both definitely on the same side. It's going to make our life so much easier. Alright, let's go with underground, straight belt. And basically I want to input probably 2 of these belts into red circuits. For every 2 green circuits we eat, we get 1 red circuit plus 40%. So we get almost 1.5. I'm not sure. Yeah, modules. Modules are the end outcome. So they use way more reds than green. So we're going to take 2 belts of green circuits and turn them straight into red circuits. We'll keep 1 belt for module production. Because, again, a lot of the red circuits we're going to make, we're going to have to turn into blue circuits. Which, again, use 2 reds for 1. The greens are from a separate build. So that's fine. Alright. Green circuits. Okay, green circuits on that half of the belt. What's that spacing? 2, 6, 2, 3, 2. That's where the next build goes. Because I'm running half belt of green circuits and half a belt of plastic, I can run the splitter that way, take half that way, and the other half we will be using. And the next half will go down to the next build. Me. Okay, so plastic's over here. Okay, apart from having copper, we have a working grid. And power. Got 2 belts of copper down there, so we need to reroute those back north. Stop past our train, lose some more bots along the way. One of those. Oop, keep those, dump those. And we've probably got enough belt. Alright, dump down more beacons, because it's not as if we're using enough power yet. That should do the trick. We do need a little bit of space down here to run. One belt. Whoops. 2 belt. How the hell we're going to feed that up that side of column? Sure. Mine's up there. That one there. Because we're running long strips of straight belt, let's have the bots blueprint it. Quicker until they need to recharge. There, oops. 2 undergrounds. And the problem is we still don't know how much actual copper we're going to use because half our speed modules are still missing. But for the moment, we're just going to plug one into there, which we're not going to use one's worth, but you know, it's a start. Power, 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 and we're right near the train tracks, aren't we? Power. Okay. Does this work? Apart from being really slow due to lack of speed modules, yes, it works. No, because you don't have output. Okay, we have red circuits, so it definitely works. Alright, so I'm going to call it here for this episode. And I'm going to go track down a few thousand speed modules. And I'm willing to bet the way I'm going to do that. Yeah. Because most of oil is not actually running, let's blueprint that. Give it a symbol of a refinery, and then decommission all of those. Make a new blueprint for that. Give it the color of lubricant, heavy oil. Same story, it's not in use, so we'll get rid of that. Yep, they are being deconstructed. Plot's going to take a while thinking about it, but I will get it done. Plastic has no modules from the looks of it. A lot. New blueprint. Rocket fuel we are definitely not using. So, same story. I'm just going to take all of that and give it the picture of rocket fuel, accept, decommission all your speed modules. Last row. None of my bots fired up. Really? Base bots are doing all of this? Request 20,000 speed modules. Hopefully some actually show up. New blueprint. We're doing light to petroleum. Ticky ticky. Decommission. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Don't put modules in. Kits. No, lots of being idiots. Alright, well, like I said, I'm going to leave this episode here. I'm going to wait for all the speed modules to be delivered, because I need all of them, obviously. And then we can... This will be probably the last episode for the weekend, so you can tune in next week and see us go from red circuits to blue circuits to module production, so we can get who knows how many now. Like, we decommissioned half it, but it was at 2.6k, so a lot of speed modules built. Prod mods are fine. If we go back to the home base, 4, 6, 6, 6. So prod mods are fine. It's really speed modules, and a lot of that's just because they're further down the chain, and we can either have blue circuits or red circuits. We can't have them both at the same time. Hence why we're doing a whole new build. Something's choked. Oh, our plastic died for too long. So these guys are absolutely dead. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave it here for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thoughts, comments, suggestions, all that sort of fun stuff, along with some random abusive comments if you feel like it. down in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!